the front left wheel is on that edge there. Then I'm going to turn and I'm going to go that way, quite far, to keep the back wheel out. Okay, so when my wheel is there, then I'm going to stop and we're going to turn hard left. We'll collect 10 stones.
Or just, where's a shovel? I can just shovel this down. Where's my little shovel?
You reckon?
Yeah.
Cover that in a couple of stones. Yeah, let's do some stones as well.
Look.
Are we going to fill the hole? Horrible. This is alright, huh?
Yeah, if he gets his wheel down, I don't even think that's his line. I felt this is where he's going to come through. The rocks need to be here. Because
so he comes straight over this.
His one wheel's going to sit on this edge, so his other wheel's going to sit here.
Okay,
You need to put the rocks here. Yeah. If he's going to go there, this is just
Through the roof.
then the other wheel's going to get hung up here. So this needs to be in line with his wheel track. So you need to get more this side.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, you're going to make a... Oh, good idea.
Yeah. No, otherwise this wheel's just going to
go
go
up. Check there.
Right. There we go.
The cherry on top.
A little bit towards driver. Perfect. You're going to come down this side. Stay straight. Perfect. You're on it. Good. You're through. Okay. Power.
We went in. It doesn't even feel that cut, yeah? No, that. Oh, there it is. Okay, my name is Grant Foles. I'm a maverick conservationist. I work currently for Project Rhino, which is one of my passions, rhinos. It has morphed into other animals. As we are sitting here on the Hlonyana River, Mawana Game Reserve and Loziba. So you see how things happen. I mean, I've got thousands of other stories of mutilated rhinos, and my brother coming across a post rhino called Tandi at Kiriga Game Reserve in the Eastern Cape, and he darted this animal. He did facial surgery, the first person arguably in the world to be able to do it in 2010, and I was involved with the emotions in that. That may have been a turning point perhaps, but I don't want to steal his thunder. So far, Tandi's had 3 calves, and Tandi's heifer calf has also had a calf. So Tandi is a grandmother, you know. And the millions that were spent, Prince Harry came out and he was on a procedure with William, my brother, as a vet, and he said, "Why the hell are you wasting so much money on an animal?" And then when he went and saw the generational change and the baby and the millions of people on Facebook and media and Twitter, effectively the amount of money that was spent, the $2 or $4 million that was spent on the rhino procedures was nothing, because the story of Tandi was able to save thousands of other rhinos and create a big drive in the world to say, hey, you know, we've got a problem here.
Yeah, you know, you have to work out where the last water would be, so where's the deepest part of the dam. I mean, you'd guess that it's either this channel or it might be that channel, but I'm guessing it's probably in front of us, yeah.
You can also you can go on a boat and test what do you put? It almost looks like claw.
tracks here.
Yeah, you would, but
Yeah.
it's weird that it's
This is the pig lying down.
what it is, right? This is more than likely a warthog again. So these very rectangular tracks, so a very square track, and he's been rolling in the mud here, and like buffalo and rhino and the other wallowers, they accumulate mud on their body for a couple of reasons. One is to cool, so the evaporative effect of wet mud on a body would cool you down. It's also more importantly used as a grinding paste, almost like a facial scrub that a human would use, where they cover themselves in mud and then go and rub against a stick or a rock nearby. Often you'll find well polished rocks and branches, and they are grinding the ticks and ectoparasites off of their skin.
Amazing sight.
Obviously because of winter that's lost its leaves.
A marula tree, any? A marula tree.
Here's a marula. There's another one in the thing there. Very cool.
I'm saying this is a hyena. 1, 2, 3, 4 toes. The back pad quite old because you've got a lot of wildebeest on top of it. Kudu.
Hey Andre, sorry
There's
mate.
kudu.
Yes, I was a bit
A
rude
warthog
yesterday.
here. The warthog's very square, rectangular shape. Kudu. Look at this hair follicle. So you've had animals rolling here. So this is probably looks like a bit of a mane from a wildebeest. These are fresher kudu. So kudu, the track's shaped more like a rugby ball. So the widest part of the track's here at the middle, compared to like a wildebeest, where the widest part of the track's at the back here. So it's more like a heart shape. So kudu are Tragelaphus, so they are their family name is Tragelaphus, which is spiraled horn. So it's kudu, nyala, eland, sitatunga, are all spiraled horned antelope, Tragelaphus, and all their tracks have the widest part sort of in the middle, more like a rugby ball. Same. Well, it's a different subspecies.
Yeah.
And distribution is very different. And then it's called a tiang in South Sudan.
Also the same as those ones.
Yeah, they migrate with the white-eared cob in South Sudan.
Well, we're going to go to Cadet.
following Lundy now. We're going to a campsite that she's looking at making one of the wild campsites. Honestly, just foraging a path through everything at the moment. It's really bush, really overgrown, but just had to cross that river now. So it's awesome. It's just amazing. Craig and them is leading the way with Lundy. I'm following behind, and we're going to try and get to the campsite before sunset. So we probably have 15 minutes to get there. All right. This is the wildest I've ever been. I mean, I've been some remote, hectic places, but I've never been in anything like this before. This is honestly as wild as it gets. Like I say, we're foraging a path through to find new campsites for Lundy, where she's going to set up wild connections with Loziba, and this is crazy. I mean, we're next to a river. We literally drove bush down to the ground. How I haven't yet gotten a flat is crazy. So it's a hell of an experience. This morning we hiked almost 10 k's through the bush, wild bush, with a guide. His knowledge about the bush is unbelievable to hear him talk about encounters he had with wild animals, and I love that he takes great responsibility and caution when doing stuff like what we're doing now. I mean, there's lion, leopard, hyena, elephants all around, and you know, with a guy like that, he knows what to do, where to go, how to handle certain encounters. When we did our walk, he had a beautiful brief on what we should expect, what we're going to do, and yeah, it's enlightening to meet somebody with a passion for animals and the African bush. We're in the middle of Zululand, in the heart of Zululand. We're surrounded by 40,000 hectares of unspoiled landscapes. We've been in places today where nobody else have ever been. Where we are now, I don't think anybody's ever camped. It's wild, it's extremely wild, and I'm going to show you a little bit on it. Let me just show you what's going on here quick.
But no, I think if we could have a bucket and wet all of the fire, then we should be fine.
But then we're also going to sleep on that wet ground.
As wild as it can get. I mean, Jeep has literally, I've used the log to try and level it the best I can, so yeah, that's the best I'm going to be able to do. Here's Craigie, the lazy gentleman, doing something. He's taking my lather to my car.
You know
Look at him. What did you just do? Exactly why he's called the lazy gentleman. So we've got three new faces with us.
John, I have to do the interview.
We're going to do the interview soon. I'm just going to quickly introduce you. This is
I'm Pippa from Wildlife Act.
Wildlife Act. She's got a little beautiful pooch with her. Look at this little thing. Having a great time. Then we've got Christu. Is it Christu, right? Is it Christu?
No, Mike.
Mike. Sorry, Mike and
Josephine.
And what do you guys do?
Monkey research, private monkey research here on Moana Game Reserve.
And you've been here for how long?
This project has been here 11 years now, but I've been here 2 years, and Josephine's
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
That's brilliant. Brilliant. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna end the video here this week. This was a hell of an experience for us. I mean, this is in the middle, give you some perspective of where we actually been. We've been in the middle of Zululand this week. It's a 40,000 hectare untouched, unspoiled reserve, not yet a reserve, trying to turn it into a reserve. They're busy with all the admin and the behind the scenes work to make something like this happen. There's lion, there's a herd of 40 elephants, there's leopard, there's hyena, and we've been going around this place. We've actually walked about 10k through the bush. We've had an awesome guide, Fullor. He's been all around the world, probably one of the best guys in the trade, highly experienced. We met Grant. Grant was down here. He's the one heading up this project. He's one of the guys who started this whole thing, or helped start this whole thing. He's very much involved with the Rhino project. He's one of the main guys there, relocating rhinos, finding places to relocate rhinos to. And it's been an eye-opener spending time with these guys, talking to them, going through the bush with them. I mean, how this all came about, still don't know how I ended up here. It's honestly been a blessing. So we've always had big plans for Jeep in Africa, never this big, and I think going forward more stuff is going to happen. For us, it's never been something we actually wanted to make money out of it. You know, we started taking photos and it escalated to what it is today. Not that it's anything big, but getting amazing companies involved and supporting us into the journey of experiencing and showcasing what we have here in this country, and how fortunate we are to live in this country, and having guys like Grant and Lee, which will open a couple of other doors for us where we can take the car and showcase what these guys do behind the scenes and saving and protecting our wildlife and places like this. I mean, we've driven places this week where nobody's been. I don't think anybody's ever been there. We've camped places where nobody's ever been. So what an experience to be out in the wild here and being led by guys with the knowledge like those two. But the main goal is to preserve the elephants here. That's already here. There's a herd of 40 elephants, which needs a bit of control. They've been tagged. They're very wild, very nervous. Jockey, where you want to go? So the goal is to get this fenced in, to turn it into a project where it's sustainable and self-sustainable, and the communities and everybody around us will benefit from it. By putting people in beds here, the money from that, portions of that will be fed back into the communities surrounding this area. You know, it's great work being done by great people, and it's a privilege to be a part of it. So if you like this content, please like and subscribe and follow the journey.